I tell you what, I know what you're thinking. Where have the videos been? Well, I was waiting for this blimmin' Algeria squad to come out, and I'd be honest, I wasn't expecting it to take this long. However, on second thoughts, I probably should have expected it to take this long, because it's always the last flipping nation to release the squad. And let's be honest, the way it was going, I thought we were going to rock up against Angola with flipping Tibourne up front and Algeria and these guys, because there was no one named. But now we know the list of players representing Algeria at the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations. Sort of the big surprises, the big calls were kind of leaked. We spoke about in the last video, we could kind of see them coming. So we will talk about the players missing out on the tournament. Maybe some players harshly missing out on the tournament. We'll be jumping straight into that. So let's start off with the goalkeepers. Now, there was a lot of rumours swirling around that 4 goalkeepers would be going to this tournament. In fact, it is 3 goalkeepers. And yet again, it's yet another Africa Cup of Nations for Rice Mbulhi. This guy is seemingly just the man that cannot be beaten. He will go to tournaments as long as he can. What a man. And surely now a record for number of Afcons gone to. Once again, Rice Mbulhi representing Algeria at the Africa Cup of Nations. Might not be the number 1 for the first time. He might not be the number 1. Mandrea's there as number 1. Rice Mbulhi as number 2. Still going to be more than valuable in this squad for the goalkeeping advice to a keeper. Mandrea will be nervous. That's natural. He's not played at a tournament before. It's the first one for him. And to have a guy like Rice Mbulhi there next to him as a number 2, feeding him, giving him information, giving him tips and advice. Also, you can sub on Mbulhi if there's a penalty shootout, for example, if Belmadi wished to do so. There's not many better number 2s than that. And of course, if Mandrea was to unfortunately get injured, what a guy to step in. And then the Yusma keeper, Ben Bort, number 3. You got to say, it's harsh on Zugba, who was Algeria's number 1 just a few months ago. In fact, at the start of the year, he was playing, not even in the squad. You feel for him, but you look at his level in the Saudi League, not been that good. So it's just vibes having a Mbulhi there, isn't it, really? I'm absolutely buzzing with that. Let's look at that defence. He's gone for the extra centre-back. I think the base of the 8 defenders was very obvious. Ait-Nouri and Larouci as the 2 left-backs. Larouci did get some minutes recently against Aston Villa away, where he looks good. Ait-Nouri's class, he's recovered from his injury. Ben Sebaini and Touba can also play left-back if we ever needed them to. It's a very well-covered position all of a sudden, a position we struggled with in recent years. No Fauzi Gulen, there are rumours that he'd be coming back. Ben Sebaini back as a centre-half, as he was at Afcon 2017, but of course he's come a long way since then, 6-7 years later. Ben Sebaini, Touba, Mandy recovering from injury, Tugay, and Zinedine Belaid from Yusma as well. So there are 5 central defensive options in there. Is Belmadi going to play a back 5? I really hope not. I don't think he will. But clearly he feels that maybe Mandy won't recover fully in time, so he wanted an extra centre-back to cover. Yusuf Artal has literally not kicked a ball since the last few international breaks. He's in there, and he's gone with Van den Kerkhoff, or Gitoun, or whatever he's called today, as the backup right-back. No Mehdi Laris in the squad. There wasn't too many options, was there, for right-back backup? You could go for Mehdi Zafan. Of course, he played the final and the semi-final in 2019. I hope Artal plays a lot of minutes in the 2 friendlies. Big player, needs to get fit. And of course, not an injury concern, hopefully, inshallah, because he's not played too much football. So 9 defenders. Midfield, it's happy days, boys, because Adam Zorgan is Adam Zorgan. Nowhere to be seen. Thank goodness for that. What an absolute waste of space that kid is. For me, the big headline of the central midfield players is that Ismail Benassa has recovered in time. Milan might release him a little bit late. They want him for the Italian Cup at the beginning of the year. But played 90 minutes recently in Serie A. What a time to welcome Benassa back from injury. He was a big injury out way back in April when he got that big leg injury. I think it was a knee injury in the Champions League. This is class. This is absolute class. Get him up to speed. Awar first Afcon. Shaibi first Afcon. Sofian Faguli. All the legends are coming back. We mean business, boys. That's looking good. Ben Talib squeezes into the squad as well. Even you've got usual suspects like Zarouki and Boudawi as well. Kadri could be considered a bit unlucky not to have a place in the squad, but I think I'd have Kadri if you wanted another one in there. There's no like Bandubka like last time. This midfield is completely upgraded to the last tournament. We played the likes of Belkubla on his own in the opening game of the tournament. This is a good midfield. Lots of options for Belmadi. Will he go Benassa, Zarouki, Shaibi? I think that's his preferred three. We'll wait and see. Now then, the attack. Mahrez, we knew. Mahrez could not kick a ball all year and be in there. The captain, of course. Adamun Nurse, another player from Lille, funnily enough, like Ben Talib, that squeezed into that squad. So those are the two right-sided players, which means Boitnani misses out. He's injured, of course. Not had too many minutes. I can understand it. Maybe one tournament too early for him. This left side. Guiri and Mora can play there, of course. But what about this call? Said Benrahma, after bottling the pen away to Arsenal. I know it didn't mean a big deal in the result because West Ham we won anyway because we're massive. Benrahma not in the squad. We thought it would happen. It has happened. It's another big call. Right, it's another legend. And Bolhi's back. Fagouli's back. How about this? Youssouf Belaili, the top scorer in the Algerian league at the moment with Mouladia, returns. I don't think he's going to start on the left wing, but again, right place, right time. You play your way into squads. You've got to be informed going into the tournaments. Benrahma's not even been starting games. The only reason he missed the pen yesterday is because he came on because Paqueta was injured. May even want to sort out his club future as well, links with Lyon and Marseille, maybe even Saudi. But Benrahma watches on from the telly, and you can't really argue with it at this moment in time because he's not done enough. I mean, he can't even score a penalty, for God's sake. Belaili has been scoring penalties in the Algerian league, albeit against teams like flipping Steph and Tlemcen and all that nonsense. But yeah, I get why he's there. Not a starter, but yeah, in the squad, why not? Of course, Amora didn't kick a ball at the last Afcon, but he did go to it. And first tournament for Guiri as well. So some attacking options there. And then up front, you've got Baghdad and Slimani. Of course, Amora can play down the middle, as can Guiri. But Slimani, again, another legend. They're all coming back. Slimani, Belaili, Bounedjah, Faghouli and Bolhi. Is it the right thing? We speculate this new player, that new player. It's the same old suspects, okay? It's the familiar suspects arriving in the Algeria squad. So Benrahma's a big omission. I think Zugba, with the way he was in the squad, was Organa will feel like he got cut out last minute. But Belaili's welcome back. Now, how do we think this squad compares to the landscape? I don't see a squad that's better than this. I'm not being biased. I do not see a squad better than this. That central midfield, right, the second choice central midfield is probably better than a lot of what Africa has to offer. I think Guiri and Amora, if they're on it, with the Bounedjah, Slimani, Belaili backup, Adamun Nurse backup, if we see Guiri, Amora, Mahrez with Benassa, Zarouki, Shaibi or Awar, Ait-Nouri, Ben Sebaini, Mandi and Youssouf Artal and Mandrea in goal, I think you've got to be a pretty bloody good team to beat that. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, could go all the way, boys. Could we do it? But then again, I made this video a couple of years ago, exactly the same time of year, and we went out in the group stage. So I hope that won't happen again. No, like, new wild cards, no sort of Elise's and Adleys and people like that. I mean, it's tough for Adley to get in that midfield. Or Elise's just come back to fitness, but there's enough there to win the cup. There's more there to win the cup than the tournament last time, even without Benrahma. So I'm hoping this squad can deliver. I think the first 11 I just mentioned, it's got to be a very similar first 11. But it's going to be interesting to see how this tournament pans out because we've got Angola, Burkina Faso and Mauritania. I suspect if we get 2 wins out of 2, the third game will literally be thrown. Not thrown, but like we'll rest everyone. Belaili will play, Slimani will play, Faghouli will play. Maybe put Rice and Bulli in goal for the statistics and stuff like that. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. Drop a like. Drop a like. I'll see you next time.